Go, folks. Off the draw. Johnson over to Bates. Chipped down low by Harrison. Johnson with the puck now for the Drillers in his own corner. Throws it across up the middle to Timchek. Timchek across the blue line. Coming in wide, drive it in. Around behind the net, throws it around the wall for Johnson. Johnson jumps in off the point. He's walking, got somebody on the back door. Pass across, broken up. Great play there by Yurcik to break that. That would have been an easy tap. Jeffries here. Santiago and Hunter. Santiago wins it back for the Drillers. Back off into the far corner. Santiago kicks it around for Crossley. In his Slotka to keep that one in. Hunter and the shot. And that's stopped by Jeffries. Rebound comes free. That was Marcel with the shot. Slotka to Crossley. Crossley looking for Rupel. Pulls it back through the feet. Slotka with a shot. Gloved by Jeffries, and that pops out. Here's Kavanaugh for the Prowlers. High off the glass and out, and that clears the blue line. Dirksen in pursuit, one-on-one on Slotka. He makes a nifty move and evades him. And that one's picked off by Bailey. And off the draw. Diker. He throws it back for Fabio. Back to Diker. That's Riviello for the Drillers. Fabio with a shot. Good stop there by Jeffries. And Gano battling with it down low. He comes up, pass up top with the shot. That's blocked. Fabio retreats. He throws it across to Warrington. Warrington up. Comes in. That's Gano. Was looking for Riviello, but couldn't get it to him. And that one clears. Salter in on the forecheck for the Prowlers. Drillers go D to D, and up comes Bates through the neutral zone across the blue line. Bates cuts in hard. Pass across. Nobody there. Jeffries, good job staying with that. Defense doing a good job picking up those guys coming in on those far shooting lanes. Johnson now with it. He throws it all the way up. It bounces over Haas's stick, and that, Matthew Hunter in on the draw for the Prowlers. He's going up against Timchek. That's Bailey on the draw. Bailey and Timchek. Kavanaugh, he plays it up. That's Croyle battling with Bailey. Bailey's hit on the wall. Here comes C.J. Fabry with a good hit on Haas. He has to dump it in. Hard rim there for Croyle. Throws it to the middle. Bailey couldn't get there in time. And in comes Nish with the shot. That's steered aside by Jeffries. Good job there by Croyle just to get that one out. Bounces off Rupel. No icing. Slotka's got to come in and play it. Prowler sending two deep. And here we go. It's up to Pelsil. Pelsil coming around. This kid's got some wheels to the outside. He's cutting in hard. Tried to throw it up. Jeffries made the save. He'll cover that one up. So, on the bad angles, all they want across the goal line, as long as the goalies have good positioning and post up hard on the post, shouldn't be a problem. And here we go. Back to action. Up to shot, and that's what ripped wide by Nish. Slotka throws it down to Pelsil. And here come the Drillers. That's Nish again. He's going to just dump it for Rupel. Rupel tried to hit LaRoche. The shot, and that's high and away. Nish had about 5 last night. Missed it. Tried to hit the seam there. Couldn't hit it. And Osby on that. Off the draw. And up into play. And there it is, folks. Another free puck. Free souvenir. Santiago off the draw for the Drillers. And that's Ray. He wins it to the side, throws it up. Here comes Salter. He's got Osby coming in behind him. Osby picks it up, tried to throw it into the middle, and that was blocked. Ray just overskated that one. Here comes Santiago back. He cuts in. Crossley goes to hit it ahead of him, right back in. That's Marcel. Marcel coming around the side of the net, throws it back to Santiago. He curls. A little low cycle there for the Drillers. Santiago around the back of the net, throws it up high to Fabio. He can't get there. And that's going to careen out into the neutral zone, and Drillers will have to regroup here. Santiago, and down the side, Yurcik. He reverses it around for his partner. He kicks it up the wall. Kavanaugh couldn't clear. Same situation. Drillers come in with a shot. Jeffrey stops that. Marcel. Crossley. Over across. That's Bates. He shoots it in on Jeffries. That's stopped. Puck's bouncing around. Drillers find it. That's Crossley with a backhander. It's off the side of the net. Good battle there by Hunter to cut up that play. Harrison tried to pull it in. He lost it. Hunter picks it up, and he's coming into the neutral zone. Hunter with Dirksen. Dirksen couldn't quite find that one in his feet, and Hunter just in a step. Face-off will be right here in the neutral zone in front of the Hunter wins this one back. Yurcik battling in the corner. He pulls it back to Harrison. Harrison with a nifty little backhand clear, and Dirksen in one-on-one on Ruppel. Dirksen comes in on Ruppel. Harrison steps up. Puck's bouncing around free. Harrison battling down there, down low in the corner. Couldn't get there. Here come the Drillers. Haas up the far side. Little dump pass to Slotka. Slotka's coming in. He drops it to Timchak. Timchak tried to make a play. Went straight to Hunter. He broke that up. Little reverse there by Hunter. Kavanaugh didn't see it coming. And that's it. Slotka still working it for the Drillers. Coming up the wall. That's Dirksen. Trying to get something going here for the Prowlers. Harrison tried to hit Hunter. And Hunter got whacked there. The majority of them have been deflected wide. So we'll take that all night long. Here comes Osby. Good forecheck from him. Coming in, forcing that play early. Warrington, he throws it up. That's intercepted. Kavanaugh had his stick whacked out of his hands by either LaRoche with slash. 7-0 off the draw. Bailey pushes it forward. Osby in on the forecheck. He's got some wheels. He's in on Slotka. 19 seconds to go here in the power play for the Prowlers. Bailey in there on Santiago. Catalane comes across to help out. 10 seconds to go in the power play. Salter with a big hit on Slotka. 2-1, and we're back at full strength. Drillers out of the box. That's LaRoche. He just walked right into a gift there and picked that one out of the neutral zone. And here comes Ruppel. Ruppel, he steps in, goes left, right. Shot is blocked. Ruppel pulls it back, kicks it back to Santiago. He throws it down for Crossley. Crossley pushes it up to Bates, who steps in the middle, throws it on net. That's deflected down. Yurcik finds it. Hard rims it around to Ruppel. And Ruppel hits some resistance there. That was a good hit by Salter. Salter still trying to help out and clear it. Catalane, little dump back into the corner, and that's through the feet and clears the zone. Prowlers have an opportunity, couldn't get to it. Was Osby. He decides to come back, play defensive. And Crossley with the shot. That was intercepted by Yurcik, stepping up, getting his stick in the shooting lane. And the Prowlers clear it all. Draw. That's Gano. Gano in for them. Against Bailey. Over to Johnson. Johnson walks in with a good low shot. And that just missed wide. This is Pope. Pope coming in, his first action in as many games. There's a shot there. That goes wide. Yurcik in on it. Trying to hit it for the Prowlers. Good job tying up his guy in the corner. That's Gano. To Johnson. Cross to Bates. Bates throws it in. And there's Gano off the side of the net. That's blocked by Jeffries. Gano looking for somebody. Nobody there. Prowlers doing a good job tying up those shooting lanes. They get control, and they clear. And apparently, right, we've got Timchak In for the Drillers. Bailey for the Prowlers. And Bailey pushes it forward. Good job there by Bailey to push it out. Excellent job by Harrison. He cleared. In pursuit. Two Drillers run into each other. That was Slotka and Pelsil. Pelsil, he recovers, gets the puck back, throws it up to Niche. Back through the neutral zone. Harrison breaks that up and throws it up for Dirksen. Just couldn't get away or he would have been gone. Slotka hits Niche. Niche coming in. One-on-one with Yurcik. And Yurcik pushes him to the outside. He got off a weak shot that lane. 57.6 seconds to go here in the first period. Drillers up 1-0. Prowlers win that one. Harrison. Good little chip to the neutral zone. Dirksen. One-on-one with Johnson. Cuts off Johnson. He runs out of room. He throws it over to Bates up to the wall. And they get that far clear at the far side. That's Marcel. Marcel cutting in on Catalan. Goes around him. Comes in behind the net. Here it is. Hard rim. Low to high. Back down for Bates. Hits Marcel. Walk through the neutral zone. Drops it for Johnson. He shoots it. That goes up off Dirksen's skate to Catalan. Soft little dump around into the corner. That's intercepted by Bates. Bates pulls it down. Try to get it to Santiago. Hunter, he sees Dirksen going. Dirksen's got a chance here. Nice move by Dirksen. And that was a hit by Johnson. That broke that up. Here we go. Pass in. The shot high. Hunter against Timchek. Hunter wins it back. Straight back to Kavanaugh. Kavanaugh over to Yurcik. Yurcik throws it up. Harrison couldn't get a hold of that one to send it deep. And Dirksen's tied up there by Erickson. They come across. Johnson for the Drillers. He throws it all the way back across this side for Erickson. He will send it deep in behind Jeffries. Kavanaugh's there. He lets that go for Dirksen. Dirksen, he's coming up. They have 3-on-3 for the Prowlers. He sends it deep. Harrison looking to get in there and make a play on Johnson. Hunter comes in the other side. He throws it back around. Harrison couldn't get there. Dirksen sends it back deep. Takes a funny bounce there in the corner and behind the net. Hunter down low, battling one-on-one with Johnson. And here comes Bates. Bates, he kicks it up the wall. That's Haas. He's going to come in, battling with Yurcik in behind the net. Haas comes up with it. Haas throws it back to the point. Shot in on net. There's LaRoche again with it. Tried to do a little sauce to Haas in the slot. Nothing there. And looks like the referee got hit with a puck or a stick. I'm telling you, I did a little refereeing for a couple years. And Santiago and Bailey. Bailey wins it back to Yurcik. Throws it up to Fabio. Fabio comes in. He hits Crossley. He's coming in one-on-one. Crossley maintains control. Throws it across. Couldn't hit Santiago in the slot. And here come the Prowlers. That's C.J. Fabry. Throws a little backhander in on net. That's steered aside by Oktischek. And here come the Drillers. Drillers throw it up. Back to Yurcik. Yurcik sends it all the way down. And that is going to be an icing. So, he's at Santiago and Bailey. Santiago, he smashes it, throws it across. Croyle pushes up the wall. Bailey in pursuit. Bailey intercepted that one, tried to get across to Croyle. Comes out to Yurcik. He dumps it in, comes for a change. Gano and Ray. Gano, he wins it back to Johnson. Johnson throws it across ice to Riviello. Riviello goes all the way across with the shot off the side of the net and away from harm, straight to Bates. He pulls it out and sends it down low to Gano. Gano coming in around the net. He's got Diker in the slot. Johnson with the shot. Looking for the tip there from Riviello. He couldn't get a hold of that one. Comes back to Bates. Bates going to go across to Johnson. Johnson with the shot. And that's blocked. Good job by Kavanaugh to block that one out. And here's Yurcik. Too hot up the boards. Bates kept that in. He throws it back down low to Riviello. Riviello, pass in front, broken up, and cleared by the Prowlers. Over to the side to Rupel. Rupel with a backhander back. to Slotka. Slotka looking for Erickson up there, and that's tipped away by Dirksen. Yurcik sends it around for Pekarek. There's a big hit from him in the corner. Battling one-on-one. Prowlers clear it, hits a skate. Dirksen back to Yurcik. Yurcik just high off the glass and out to Croyle. Croyle can't clear. Erickson pulls it in, throws it to Timchek. Timchek stepping in and across the middle. Shot, rebound. Saved by Jeffries. Timchek across the blue line. There's a bouncer sent in on net. Pekarek tries to clear and does. So the drillers will all have to exit the zone. And Rupel throws it up, tries to hit Haas, bounced over his stick, so that will be icing. Bailey in on the draw for the Prowlers. He's got Salter and Osby out there with him. Yurcik and Ray on defense. Ray on D, that's a new move. We'll see how this works out. And they pass across to Niche. Niche in for the slot to LaRoche. LaRoche in behind the net. He has Niche cycling with him. LaRoche comes in, throws it back to Warrington. Warrington, that's Pelsill. He ran out of real estate, and that was broken up by the Prowlers, and they will just opt to send that one all the way down the ice. And we'll no score. Niche, and on the draw, wins it back to Pelsill. Warrington pulls it back. He throws it across. Shot in by Fabio. I don't know if that was tipped by Niche or here it's in the middle. Little dumper in on net. Hits a skate. And tried to connect with Hunter. Hunter pulls it back. Tries to throw it into the slot. That goes in behind the net. Salter battling in on the corner. And here come the drillers. That's Santiago. Santiago's going to come back. Little toe drag flip. And that sends Yurcik into the boards. And Crossley over to Slotka. Slotka is going to backhand that one down for Marcel. That's intercepted by Ray. And here come the Prowlers. They got three guys across, 3-on-2. Dumping a line change for Salter. Osby in on the forecheck. Ray's bumped off that one. And here comes Marcel. Marcel throws it up to Crossley. Crossley coming down the blue. Crossley for the drillers into the corner. Around the net. Low to high again. Slotka and Rupel touching it up front. Slotka's going to throw it off to the side right to Crossley. Crossley tries to go bar down and in, and that bounces off the post and out. Rupel's going to come. He's going to circle up high. Throw it across, down to the seam to Crossley with the shot. That's another post. Shooting gallery when they hit the seams down there. Crossley, he's cycling. Here it is, low to high. Into Rupel. He throws it high, and there it is. They would dump it in, work it low around the net, throw it up to the point. Everybody would get in front. For the Prowlers, Timchek wins it back to Bates. Bates throws it down for Erickson. Chipped out by Dirksen. He throws it across. Hunter's got an opportunity here if he hustles, and Bates beat him to it. Bates cuts around hard. Comes out for the drillers. Cross neutral zone, red line. He sends it deep. Thrown up high. Broken up by Yurcik. That's Erickson. He's just a one-man stick handling show down there down low today. And Yurcik comes in. He absorbs a hit. Hunter comes in to help out. 2-on-2 battle down in the corner. Hunter and Yurcik. Harrison comes in to help out. He throws it down to Bates. Bates across to Johnson. Johnson throws it cross crease, trying to connect with Timchek. And that just got past him. Now Timchek down low. Down to Haas. Haas pulls it out with the shot. Bates scores. And with an easy pass, Bates just steps into that one and rips Santiago. Santiago, Bailey wins it. Back to Yurcik. But Yurcik had it stripped away from him by Santiago, and he got a. And we'll do it all over again. Bailey Santiago, here we go. The puck drop. Santiago wins this one back. Crossley throws an errant pass back intended for Slotka. Goes all the way down. And here comes Slotka with a head of steam. Slotka across the blue line for the Drillers. Forehand, backhand. Good low shot in on net, but that just goes wide. Passed up to Bailey. He's going to dump it all the way in on Ockness check. And here they come again. Santiago got Crossley and Marcel with him. Marcel, stick hit, forehand, backhand off the post. No, yes. Okay. So back into the back of Jeffries. Kicks around on the goal line. Bench. Ray off the draw. Pushed forward by Gano. Gano again. He's going to drop for Riviello. He's got Pope over here on the backside creeping in. Gano circles in the corner. Low to high to Fabio. Fabio with the rip, and that's intercepted by Ray. Osby with the backhander to Salter, but it just happened to go straight to Warrington, or he would have been gone. Yurcik looking over his shoulder, doing the shoulder check. He's battling down there one-on-one, gets it around to Salter, and he's just going to clear that around, and it does clear the blue line. So the Drillers will all have to exit the zone. Salter comes in with a big hit on Pope. That's Warrington with the shot. Jeffries makes the save. Rebound kicks out. Big hit there by Salter on Fabio. Pope walking in. He's looking, trying to figure out where to go. He throws it back to Fabio. Fabio comes in with the shot. You can see where he likes to shoot. He always shoots for that high glove side. Not there that time. Forehand, backhand, in on net. Pope tried to get that rebound off the side of the net. Wasn't there. Here comes Osby. He's just going to chip it up. And that is in offside. And they will pull this one all the way back. And shots on goal. 23-3. Little play there. Dirksen coming in on Johnson. Digging for that puck. He pulls it out. Couldn't quite get it to Hunter. And here comes Timchek with speed across the blue line. Timchek in on Jeffries all alone. Jeffries with the save. And in comes Haas. And Hunter and Niche back up to take this face-off. Back to Kavanaugh. And here comes Slotka with a head of steam. Yurcik, he's going to chip it around to Niche. Harrison in battling with him. Harrison wins it back. Comes back to Harrison. He chips it off, and here we go. 2-on-1 Prowlers. Hunter. He's got Dirksen with him. Hunter with the shot. Blocker save. Rebound. Hunter tried to get his own rebound. He had Dirksen for the Prowlers. And he's got Salter, and I believe that's Osby on the far side. Oh, that one just takes a bad bounce off. Here they come in. Drillers. Big save by Jeffries. Should have had that one. Great setup by Pelso. Cross crease. Niche. Better save by Jeffries. And here they come. Niche circling down in the corner. Comes around down behind the net. He's got Pelsil up here on the wing. Pelsil steps into the middle. That's taken away. Rupel throws it across the Slotka. That's deflected in front. And here's LaRoche. LaRoche tries to hit the back door. Hit Pelsil. Niche pulls it up. And the Prowlers clear. In on Prowlers to get this one going. Hunter wins it. Over across. Picked, and that's pulled off by Bates behind his own net for the Drillers. He leaves it there for Johnson. Johnson up the wall to Erickson. Erickson to Timchek, and he's going to chip it in and send it deep. Haas fell down. Erickson pulls it across to Johnson. Johnson looking at the back door, throws it across. Double tipped, and Jeffries is there for the save. And he covers that one up in the paint. Save on the low shot, gobbled up his rebound, held tight to the post. Timchek versus Ray. Ray wins it back. Kavanaugh, he hammers it around. He hits something in the corner. And here comes Ray. Ray, a little dump over to Osby. He couldn't control that. And that's thrown back up. Here comes Haas for the Drillers. Haas, Erickson, and Timchek. Haas with a shot on net, and that's wide. Pulled out by Erickson on the side wall. He's fighting off two Prowlers of his own. Stepping in the middle with the shot. Rebound. Save Jeffries. Good job there by Jeffries to keep that puck out. Timchek, little weak dump around to the point. And Salter broke up that one, and he will send it all the way down the ice. And Niche will be in for the Drillers against Ray. Niche wins it back. Throw it down low to LaRoche. LaRoche in the corner. He's tripped up. Ray's in there looking for the puck, trying to pull it up. It was Yurcik who was tied up. And they throw it back to Rupel. Rupel across Slotka. Slotka shoots. Rebound. And the Drillers pull it back to Slotka. Slotka across the Rupel. Back to Slotka. Over into LaRoche. Back through the seam. Rupel with the shot. High off the blocker of Jeffries. Creams up on the glass. Drillers maintain control. Another shot. Jeffries with the save. And the shot. So we'll line up here with 17:25 to go in the third period. Ray backhands that one in. Thrown up by Fabio to Crossley. Crossley, Bill backhander to Marceau. Marceau the backhander, and that is bar down and in. Wow. Jeffries. And that will tally for number 11. Ray in on the draw. He throws it up. Drillers regroup. Gano over there. He's going to send it all the way down behind Jeffries. He's going to let that roll around behind his zone to Kavanaugh. Kavanaugh over to Yurcik. Yurcik up to Salter. A little bump pass there, and here we go. Here's Ray coming in for the Prowlers, one-on-one, and that's poked over for the Prowlers, and we'll be back to 4-on-4 hockey. Rupel throws it to Slotka. Back to Rupel. Rupel walking through. Diker throws it across for Crossley. He's tied up by Yurcik. And up comes Dirksen. Dirksen with a head of steam. He's got Hunter with him. Threw it through his skates. Dirksen breaks that one up. Here comes Hunter. Hunter 2-on-1 with the shot. Intercepted. Kavanaugh with the shot. He scores! And obviously you can see off the draw. Ray, he bangs it up the wall. Kicks into the neutral zone. Bailey in pursuit of Slotka. Slotka throws it over to Haas. Haas is going to pull this one back. Slotka all the way across to Rupel. Rupel back to Haas. Haas coming up. The close wall. He drops it. Bailey picks it up, and Slotka sends him flying with a good hit. Croyle, now he's in pursuit. Rupel in the back. Here's Slotka, Bailey. And they push it up past both of them. And in coming in is Erickson. Erickson for the Drillers. Throws it back to Timchek. Timchek had that one poked away from him. And then on the play, Hunter gets it. He slips it up off the wall. And it is Croyle. And here's C.J. Fabry in on the forecheck. And he clears. Hunter gets it. Come up, and that's chipped away by Dirksen. Dirksen, Harrison, 2-on-0. Oh, and Harrison hit the post. Unbelievable flurry there by the Prowlers, breaking it up in that transition zone at the Drillers' blue line. And ended up with a short 2-on-1. Hunter. Dirksen pulls it up. Dirksen forehand back in. He scores! What a play by Matt of the evening. 6:40 to go here in the third. Drillers 12, Prowlers 3. Drillers a little bit too fancy here with all their passing around. We'll see what they come back with. Marcel up to Santiago. Dirksen forces that one. That's Crossley now. Crossley comes back in, sends that deep to Marcel. Pekaric in pursuit. Marcel throws it back to Fabio. Dirksen almost intercepted that one. Warrington sends it back down low. They're cycling around again. Pekaric on Marcel. Dirksen in there as well. Comes out, hits Fabio in the shin pads with a shot, and that careens wide. Crossley now. Prowlers, Hunter pulls it back. He's trying to get something going here. That one just handcuffed him, and that pass got away from Hunter, intended for Dirksen. 5:41 to go here in the third. Prowlers with a 3-goal night. Back to Fabio. Fabio down to Santiago. He's going to rim it around to Crossley. Crossley to Warrington. He dishes it back to Pekaric. He backhands it to Crossley. And Harrison clears the zone, and they'll come for a line change. No ice back to play here, and we'll go Hunter against Timchak. Hunter wins it back, but Timchak jumped forward. He's in all alone on Jeffries. One on, and it snuck through. Good little Jeffries' legs, and it just trickled in. Thought he had it, but the red light came on, so that told us different. 13 for the Drillers, and they'll throw it over to Haas here in the neutral zone. Haas in for Timchak. Throws it back down to Haas. Pekaric with a good hit in the corner. Hunter in there to help him out. Dirksen as well. Slotka up top. Looks, shoots, fires. That's tipped in front. And it goes wide. Pekaric, he tries to clear the zone. Kept in by Erickson. Throws it up around. And here comes Pekaric to Dirksen. A pile up here in front of the Drillers bench. Pucks in all their feet. Who's good? Fabry is tripped up. No call. And Catalane comes back down for the Prowlers. High off the glass. He sends that down. Here come the Prowlers. They've got 3 guys if they hurry. 3-on-1. Down low. Tried to send it up. Croyle looking for somebody to give it to. Yurcik sends it back down low around. Rims it around for Salter. Salter passes it into the middle, and that's broken up by the Drillers. And here comes LaRoche. LaRoche, back to LaRoche with the shot. That hits Jeffrey in the shoulder. Nothing there, and here they come again. Dirksen. He's got 2 guys with him. He's going to go in by himself. Dirksen forehand back in. He scores! What up? And the same move that he beat Oknaschek with a few minutes ago, Dirksen gets his second of the night. 1 minute to go here in the third. Prowlers breaking out offensively with their 4th goal. Shot, and that's stopped, and rebound. Slotka. Jeffrey stopped him, and the Prowlers looking for another one. Santiago. All over. Look out. Here we go. And that's Mark. With all the excitement, it all cancels out, and we'll just go 4-on-4 hockey here for the last 35 seconds. Slotka, he fires it high and away. Prowlers in pursuit. That's broken up by Dirksen. And that's Hunter. Dirksen comes in. Good hit there on Slotka. Catalane couldn't get there. Rips around. Here come the Drillers. Throw it up high. That's Rupel. He throws it down to Slotka. He comes in. Jeffries with the save. And that time, Jeffries squeezed board. 4-on-4 hockey. Crossley in. Hunter for the Prowlers. Wins it back to Catalane. Catalane rims it around hard to Rupel. Trying to get it to Slotka. Here with